Hello again, this is Trace Majestus, and we're back in the beta. So we're going to try and make Explorer's Anchorage tonight. Hello, Lynn. You got in before I even got things really started, but that's not too unusual these days. Alrighty. Right, this is a pricey system. Wow. Alright, I'll go scan that planet and be right back. Retract landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
Oh, hey, fleet carrier weekly upkeep. How much did it cost me? $178, 1.786. Okay. Sure. All right. There we go.
Good evening, Commander.
Good evening. So I'll go scan that lovely planet.
When I jumped out of the carrier and honked the system, and I looked and seen that what was in it, I was like, "Holy crap!" And then I was like, "Well, do I wait for truth, or are we gonna have the time? What are we gonna do here?"
Well, I mean, this time it doesn't matter anywhere near as much as the next, because we're going to lose all this eventually. But
no, isn't that a shame?
well, it gives us a chance to do it right the next time.
Right. We need to have a setup, though. You know, how are we going to do this? You know, coming out, so that nobody. Fair for every. I guess fair for everybody. I don't know. That's the reason why I left you the water world. I honked it. I did the FSS, and then I stopped.
Right.
There's lots of rings planets, but it's rocky, metal.
Yep. Ooh, high metal with rings.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's 58 planets in this system.
Well, this will take a little bit for me to...
But I was like, no. Trish likes water worlds. I'm saving him the water world.
Go bombard that with some probes. And then we both get it because we're winged up.
I don't... Yeah, probably. In the metal rings, what would you find in there?
Metallic rings? Painite.
Yeah. Oh, painite. Okay. I'll need to remember that. I got an engineer who wants like 10 tons of it. Well, I'm practicing on mining so that when we have to actually do the mining, I'm not such a dreary disappointment. I did pretty good today. I had 260 tons of low temp diamonds.
Nice. That's
Yeah,
a good
it
haul.
was yeah, it was less than 3 hours.
Oh, another metallic with a ring. High metal content with a ring. Nice.
Yeah, there's lots. Yeah.
Hey, Captain. Good to see you.
There's 13 ring planets.
Oh, wow.
But none for like low temp diamonds, or isn't Tritium in the
Is
icy
it?
too?
Yep, it's low temp and tritium are in the icy.
Okay.
Gas giant with water-based life. That's a nice thing.
I missed it. What'd you say? I was typing.
I said a gas giant with water-based life is a nice thing.
Oh, okay. There's another one. Or, excuse me, YouTube is behind.
Class 3 gas giant. Oh my god, look at all these. A lot of rock. This system has rocks. It's funny, you get some systems that are, it's just a ton of rocks, other systems that it's a ton of ice. Aren't that many systems that have both. Seems to be pretty much one or the other.
Well, usually, when you jump and then go to sleep, either I get just 2 suns or I get a handful of ice bodies.
Yep.
When I jumped down here and went explore, I went, oh my God, I'll be here all night.
Well, I've been trying to aim for the types of stars that have chances of a lot of bodies. No guarantees, but at least a chance of having a lot of bodies. Oh, there's an asteroid. Ooh, a lava moon. Ooh. A metal-rich body. Nice. That's a very nice thing. They're very expensive proportionate to their size.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're tiny, but they're, 20 grand.
Ooh, you got a codex on that one, too.
Yeah. All right. System map. right. Gas giant. High metal content. Oh, let's check the metal-rich body. Yeah, those are nice to find. High metal content is okay, but they're not. It's not terraformable, so it's not completely awesome. Let's see. What are you? Gas giant. Gas giant. High metal content. Where's that water world?
Oh, it's underneath the red planet, the red ring planet, on the bottom row.
Oh. Oh, 47,000 light seconds. We'll get that in live rather than spend the time tonight.
I didn't even check to see how far it was.
It's a long freaking way out there. That's 20 minutes to get out there.
Oh my gosh. And no cheating.
No way to. I can cheat and jump back, but.
Yeah. Well, sorry.
That's okay.
I just seen Waterworld. I didn't even pay attention to how close it was. It's just, wow. I thought with all them ring planets, there's got to be some tritium or, diamonds, something. Nope.
That's weird. You'd think there'd be hotspots out here. I mean... Oh, well. It was a great thought.
Well, when it's in real.
When we come up for real, yeah.
Time crunch. You're trying to get as far out as we can.
In the very limited amount of time they gave us, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we come out the next time, it will be much more leisurely. Disengage.
Leaving hyperspace.
Or at least somewhat more leisurely. Oh, isn't that pretty like that?
Welcome, Commander. Thank you for visiting this carrier.
Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Docking request accepted.
That's going to put me right up the front.
Yep. You got a front row seat.
Must be in the front row. That was a fun ad. Wish I could remember that guy's name. Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
My voice is being a bit gravelly tonight.
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping everybody'd be jumping on the $1 million carrier, but I don't know if they are or not.
Alright, let's fill this baby up and jump us out of here. Oh wow, $500,000. Just in that little bit, $500,000 just to use the FSS. Wow. That's a lot of, it's a good chunk of change.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity. Cargo hold at maximum capacity. hold at maximum capacity.
All right, let's schedule that next jump. Oh, not a pretty picture. Add another screenshot to my growing collection.
Oh yeah, gotta have photos. You know, can't prove nothing if you don't have photos.
Oops, out of range. All right. 496, 496, 498, and too far. Well, we'll take the 498. All right. So that's going to be carrier jump 48. Oops. Okay, well, let's write it down while I'm still on the screen. Z-U-N-I K-O-Z. It's a knockout system. C13 2359. Oops. All right. So 48. What's with my keyboard? Oh, I'm missing a foot. Darn it. No wonder it's not sitting level. My keyboard's missing one of its feet. All right.
Well, how did that happen?
Well, they're only glued on, so. Oh, great. I'm going to have an exclamation point stuck there all night. Okay. Nice. I know which one you're in. You're in that one right there.
What?
Landing bays with people in them are have a different look.
Oh, okay.
You are in Bay 4. And it's currently got me at Bay 7. So my webcam's finally made it into the US.
That's nice.
Yeah, but since it came from China, I'm going to have to make sure I have all the antivirus software booted up and scan the device for viruses.
China, China, China.
Yep. So I'm going to have to, before I plug it in, I'm going to have to make sure I have the right antivirus software installed and stuff like that, so that
Make sure you leave it outside for a day or two, too.
That I'm less worried about. Yeah, it's going to come wrapped in plastic, so or the outer box will have it. It's been enough days since they since they packed the box, that the internal stuff shouldn't have anything living on it. So the external box is the only thing, and they'll just take it out of that. But first I gotta purge it, make sure it's purged from spyware or other malware. It claims to be a well-known brand, but who knows if it really is.
This carrier has scheduled a hyperspace
So we'll see.
Please conclude any remaining business in this system prior to departure.
You know that you've been choodling around over this carrier for the last week or so, and I haven't seen no greenhouse. So what the heck are we eating? Pork and beans out of cans or what?
I guess.
Even the Type 10 has a little greenhouse, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
They probably figured nobody ever noticed it. And there could be one on here somewhere. I just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, and they don't necessarily have to have one that's, shows to the outside. I mean, they basically, grow them with artificial sunlight, so.
Cap says I eat whatever the mess is serving.
So I'll have to be picky about my crew when I do it in the real game, because I won't get a chance to change them ever.
You mean, the people who...
The people who run the ship for me, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Attention. Carrier jump sequence is underway. Lockdown begins in 5 minutes.
It was much more efficient tonight. I got my ice cream and dinner all done before the stream.
Well, you're just Mr. Organized tonight.
Yeah. The more I quit out of Fallout a lot earlier tonight. when the alarm went off, I was in a very good spot to say, okay, I'm done.
Refresh my memory. Fallout. That's where you go around as a team with soldiers and shoot things.
No, that's the Fallout 4 is one of the Bethesda post-apocalyptic games, and it's set in the Boston, Massachusetts area.
So,
So I think it's kind of fun since I grew up in the middle of Massachusetts. So it's going around. I'm going around there, seeing places and looking at how relatively accurate they are. But they did an amazing job making it, the dedicated areas look like the real thing. Other than the fact that they changed some of the buildings to, futuristic designs and stuff like that. But a lot of the stuff that's iconic, they just left the way it was. They did it the way it was and just aged it 200 years with blast marks and stuff. So downtown Concord is downtown Concord. So it's all the other areas. I got to go see if see if I can find some of the other towns that I'm used to and know what the downtown looks like, and see how well they've made those. Fenway Park is there, of course. Pretty good representation of Fenway. Except I think they have it on the wrong side of the Mass Pike. But whatever. I should go look for the Citgo sign and see if it's there. Didn't think to do that. I gotta go do that. Of course, it won't be Citgo, it'll be something else, but probably be Red Rocket. I had kind of been done with that game for a while, and then I saw a YouTube of a build that I thought looked like, a character build I thought looked neat. So, okay, fine, I got dragged back in.
well, thank goodness I only have Elite Dangerous. I even quit playing Farmville too because at least when I first started Elite, it took too much concentration trying to figure out what to do. That I just didn't have time to mess with Farmville. So
Right.
So Elite's it for me.
Well, I've been time boxing Elite to 2 hours a day, so that I don't get sick of it.
Attention. Carrier has entered pre-flight lockdown.
Well, what I've done is I locked me about 3 or 4 hours to LTD mine for this week until the carriers are gone, but until the beta is gone. And then I'll go back to what I was doing, unlocking some of the engineers, and then I come and help, right now I don't know, I'm not doing anything right now except just riding, but try to see what you need, try to see how I need to engineer my ships in order to help out more efficiently, I guess you'd say.
Yep. Just don't make them too short on jump range, or you'll have a hard time getting them back without paying to get them sent back.
If it comes to that, I'll just about the only thing I know is when we come out here, I'll bring the cutter for mining, and I'll bring my DBX, which has 55, 58 light years jump. leave my cutter here, jump back to the bubble in my DBX, and set me up another cutter.
Well, I'm probably going to basically take my Anaconda and store a bunch of cargo holds, provide, or at least a couple of cargo holds.
Maintenance task information is acknowledged. All vessels are prepared for hyperspace.
Captain, I need to get some more, what do they call that? High grade something or others. But as far as raw material, I'm loaded. And as far as embedded,
There's manufactured, encoded, and raw.
okay, encoded I've got pretty well loaded. Maybe one.
Oh, encoded's the hardest. The manufactured is really easy.
Right. I need some proto radio something or others.
Proto-radiolic alloys.
Yeah. Alloys. Yeah. Yep.
Yep. And those are in high-grade emissions. And they drop like candy.
Okay. Be right back.
4, 3, 2,
Sorry, I had to go running open the door. My husband's fixing steaks out on the barbecue with baked potatoes.
Tonight was not a cooking night. Tonight was a leftovers night. I had leftover steak and corn. Ooh, it's another good system. 98K just to drop in the system. Nice.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Cat, I know that you can sit there at the space stations and shoot stuff, but I gathered a lot of that at the nav beacon, just scanning the different ships and then getting, when they take off, just sit there and zoom around, because there's nothing there. You don't have to worry about running to the space station and stuff like that. I got quite a bit just at the nav beacon, and as long as you don't shoot at them, they ain't going to shoot back at you.
You can get a lot at a busy nav beacon, that's for sure.
Maximum capacity.
Okay, we're full up on that.
See, I was doing three things. I was increasing my combat rank, scanning ships and getting data, and then doing wake scans, and then blowing ships up and collecting what they had.
You can get a whole lot of different stuff that way, yeah.
Yep. I just wish I could teach my limpets not to pick up anything stolen. I had to pay 2 small fines, $200, $250.
Yeah. Well, what I do basically is I pay attention when stuff's getting dropped, and very quickly, you know how to set filters on it, right?
Right.
So
No. Oh, to add to the ignore list?
yeah,
Okay, yeah. But you'd think they'd have filters where it says any canisters or stolen or illegal that you could mark it where it wouldn't do it.
you know that would be a lovely feature.
Yeah.
Might be worth going into their bug tracking system and put it in as a feature request.
Oh, that's one thing I'll have to learn to do, but I don't even know how to report anything to them. Their docky computer, when I first got this game, blowed me up on the inside of a dock station, and my friend kept trying to teach me how to file a report, so they replaced my ship for nothing. And they wanted, what did they want? They wanted your logs, they wanted something, and it's like, oh, forget it. It wasn't that much anyways.
Right. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff they want. It's a bunch of files that you just have to know where to go get them. Oops, where wasn't paying attention. Alrighty. So we'll line that up. How far is that? 300.
Arsenic is a hard one to come by. Usually, if like your carbon, you get a lot of it while we're laser mining.
Yep.
I'll throw some carbon down there into the arsenic bin or phosphorus. I noticed I've been picking up a lot of phosphorus and carbon, so I alternate those two. And where I'm selling my LTDs, they also have a raw material trader, so I just sit there and just keep filling up when I'm low on.
Trade it for things like arsenic that you don't get as easily.
Right.
490.
Yeah, carbon. I was down to like. I took it all the way down to 50, and I thought, well, it'd take me a couple days to fill it up. No, I went out today and filled it back up. So.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. I'm not going to get finicky. He'll take that one.
Captain, you're not too far. Let's see. Ohm Station, OHM Station. They've been selling LTDs for $919,000, which is 2 jumps away from Boan. I'm like, oh yeah, I could jump 6 jumps where I could get $1 million. That's only 100,000 credits different. Nah, I'll go to this one. But anyways, if you go to, where is it? Oman Dock in the system of GCRV 61007. They got a raw materials data trader there. Okay. I didn't know if you knew that or not. And they do accept large ships. On these that pay a lot, Trish, I'm just putting out beside the system an interesting system so that we can kind of take a gander at it when we come back out here in real.
And I have a feeling the real thing we're going to make, only a couple of jumps a night and explore each system we jump into.
Right.
Because what's the point of making the journey if you don't enjoy it?
Right. Well, yeah. It may take you 2 months to get to where you're going, but
Yeah.
oh, you're in your crate. Okay.
It may take a few months to get out there. Then again, I mean, I don't know. I'll talk to you guys about what you want to do. I mean, we can do, a sprint out there like this. Or we could sprint halfway and take our time on the second. I mean, there's a lot of options.
I'm along for the ride and help when I can. I mean, it's either that or just mosey around in the bubble for the next, I don't know, 2 or 3 months trying to gather up engineers and then take off out into the deep to explore. So,
Yep, but I want it to be fun. Oh, they put a star underneath the carrier again. There it is. Oh, I forgot to check system map. System map. Well, we picked up 2 planets.
well, let's see. My poor Diamondback is $21 million to ship it to me in 66 hours. If I want my Mamba, that's $125 million in 66 hours. If I want my Anaconda, that's $214 million in 66 hours. So I can imagine what the cutter would cost.
Well, let's find out. A billion. A billion to ship it.
Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, God.
Hey, I could get a hauler out here for 128K.
Scheduled a hyperspace jump. Please conclude any remaining business in this system.
maybe when we start this, I'll just buy a simple cutter. Since it ain't gonna be doing much, and leave my good cutter back at the bubble and just bring a simple cutter out here.
Yeah, because it's based on the worth of the system, or of the cutter.
Yeah.
On the other hand,
You got yours decked out, yeah.
yeah. So, I mean, that already says I'm not going to bring the cutter out here. Oh, let me do something else.
179 million just for your Python.
Yeah.
And we're not even at the halfway point yet.
Yep.
Yeah, that tells me I'll just buy a cutter and get it close and leave the one that I've got outfitted where I feel safe in it. Leave it at the bubble. And then bring my diamond back.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we can basically, just buy the tritium and not have to mine it.
Yeah, if you could do that, unless we decide we want to mine some low temp diamonds or something and sell 'em. I don't know. I really don't know what we got. Besides exploring, I don't know what else. I don't know. Like, dang. How long did it take you to get back from where we're going, our final destination?
Depends on the jump range of your ship. I can get there. Actually, I can't change that. Optional internals. At 70 light year jump range, I should be able to get back maybe 30 hours if I try.
How many?
30.
Okay. But that's 30 hours at 2 hours a night, right?
It's 30 hours total flight time, no matter how many, how I split it up.
Okay.
And that's just if I'm booking it. Okay, that's everything that will affect jump range. So I've got almost a 76 light year jump range on this right now. So when I go to do the jump to get us to jump us straight to Explorer's Anchorage, I'll be able to just run and scoot there in a minimum time.
Right.
System map. Galaxy map.
Here's the
How much
galaxy map,
can
Commander.
you haul on your Anaconda?
75.
Engines at 75.
Considering the best you can do is about 90.
Okay.
So basically 3 to 4 more jumps and then I'll take off in the Conda. And it will take me, well, it depends how far it is when I jump from the Conda. That last jump's going to be a short one.
Okay. I'm just trying to think what I want to bring out here. I know I want to bring my diamond bag to get back to the bubble.
Yep.
And I'm just trying to, because, if we do this, if we shuttle Tritium from Explorer Anchorage to the ship, and we only got 74 tons of cargo, it's going to take us forever.
Well, that's why I'm bringing some extra cargo racks.
Oh, well, that's what I just want to know. How much will an Anaconda haul? Because I've got one.
Right.
Dry dock.
And what you could also do is, could you? Yeah, what you could do is you could fly your Diamondback over after we fuel up. You could fly your Diamondback over to the Explorer's Anchorage, transfer the ship you've been bringing out to, do cargo there, so you've only got to go halfway back on it rather than the whole way. And then only have the diamond back for the last piece of the route.
Okay. But it's still going to cost $1 billion to get the cutter back.
Well, that's why I've got the Anaconda. So I'm going to have to do some engineering. If you want, you can. What I would do is set up your Anaconda for range.
Okay.
Carrier has entered pre-flight lockdown. All services have been suspended.
And then bring some.
What is a Type 9? What is it haul, or Type 10?
I'd have to compute it.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
So basically,
I'm just trying to figure out what, yeah, we don't need it but twice. One to fill up at the bubble.
Yep.
And one to fill up out here at Anchorage. But I'm trying to best ones so we're not stuck for a week shipping, hauling fuel back and forth.
Right. Well, I'm gonna be able to haul a decent, probably about 256 tons or so per.
With the Anaconda.
With the Anaconda.
Okay. Well, I may need to go back and look at your specs on your Anaconda and see if I can't get mine up to that.
Mm-hmm.
And that way I only have to bring one ship.
Right. And the Anaconda is not a bad exploration ship. Actually, it's a pretty good one because I've got a 75 light year jump range, so it won't take me that long to get back if I just choose to go. In fact, if I go, when I went Neutron Star Highway, I went from Route 66 to Colonia, and then Colonia back to the bubble in less than 2 weeks at 2 hours a night.
Wow, that's cool.
Attention all ships. Hyperspace travel is imminent. Please maintain a safe distance from the carrier.
And right now I'm sitting with basically the same jump range I had then, because I just dumped all the, all the weight off into storage here.
Yeah.
So I'm basically thinking that I'm not going to have to.
Attention all carrier crew. Bring ship drive engaged.
I'm not going to have to leave anything on the carrier when I leave it.
Attention. Counting down to jump. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I use my Mamba for courier missions.
Yeah, I used the Mamba too, but the crate gets a little bit more jump range than the Mamba, so, it just depends.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I unlocked the Celine Jean.
Aha!
What did you go for on her with? She has the armor and hull package.
Yeah, let me just double check. Engineers, Celine G. Went this way. Pin blueprint. Heavy duty armor.
And that doesn't raise your mass, right?
On the stock armor, it does it. You know, it's a percentage raise, so it's 0 times any percentage is still 0.
Okay. And did you do the hull reinforcement package at all?
Who did I do that on?
She has 5 on that too.
Yeah, I think I did one of the people out at
Sonia?
Colonia for that.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know.
I know it. I shouldn't be bothering you. Oh, 245,607 credits.
Do I have 2 with hull reinforcement? Now, why would I do that? I don't know. I think I got to change somebody. Okay. All right.
But you did heavy duty?
Yeah. Oh, wow. This is a pricey system.
Yeah.
We'll have to note this system.
Yes, sir. Got it wrote down.
All right. Looks like at some point I'm going to have to go through my engineers and see who I've got assigned to what. If I've got any duplicates, I got to make sure I resolve those.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Well, I just look at him and I'm all like, oh, okay. What do I want?
At maximum capacity.
Yeah, I actually laid it out on paper as to who I wanted to be what.
Well, I took my printer and had it change the color ratio of the engineers from EDDB,
Mm-hmm.
and printed them all out. So I've got all these stacks of papers with the engineers and what they offer and what it takes to unlock them and all that. And then I've got a check mark, done or need to do.
Yep.
And, I got it all laid out here. But the problem is, then you're sitting there going, okay, it's kind of like the armor. It's like I want my cutter to kind of be like yours because I've seen you do some cool stuff with it and not have to worry about the pirates. And I'm like, oh, what was his armor?
Mm-hmm. Well, at least with my stuff, you can always go back and look at my older videos.
Right. But since it rained today, I won't be working in the garden. So I'll do my mining and get that done, and then I'll jump over there and get the armor and the whole thingy, get that done.
Mm-hmm.
And then, that's one step closer. A lot of them I just gotta take brandy to somebody and.
Oh, those are.
Nice.
Yeah, those are a pain in the ass to do, though.
Why?
Because you can only carry 12. It's a rare.
Oh, okay. And what do they want? 25?
Oh, the price isn't that bad. It's just that it's a rare, so you can only get 12.
Oh, no, but I meant, what do they want? 25, so it's like 2 trips?
It's like 50, so it's...
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, I got to make a bunch of trips here.
Lord.
Hey, we're at carrier jump 50. Woohoo! And we're heading to MYRIELKRYS D3 4615. Well, that didn't work right. Delete. MYRIELKRYS D3 4615. Worked better that time. I hate it when my palm hits the touchpad.
Oh, when it moves?
Yeah, it suddenly jumps to somewhere else in the spreadsheet. Like, oh, thanks. System map. Which, of course, gives us no idea of what's actually out there, but that's okay.
Cap says you also have to wait for them to resupply, which may take days. Oh my God. Oh Lord.
Hey, the star's right in front of us this time. That's cool. How long do we have before jump? 12 minutes before jump. Okay.
Probably be fast enough to get out there and scan the planets, get it done, and get back on board.
Yep, but I'm not worried about it because we're in the beta. And, you know, it's just... When we come out for real, heck yeah, we're going to scan a lot of these. So we're not going to go near as, you know, we're not going to go hell-bent for leather here on when we do it for real. You know, we're going to, you know, some of these high-priced systems we drop into, we're going to take care of.
Right.
I mean, I do have an ulterior motive for jumping in and doing that. I mean, that money goes into the carrier.
Right. Well, you know, not only that, but you know, if we find tritium along the way, like when we jump somewhere, if it happens to be like the last jump for the night, you know, I can get my mining gear and stuff and go out and mine some.
Yep.
Just to have something to do, and you know, that way, surely I can come up with 256 tons. That's what, one jump?
Mm-hmm.
That's one load we don't have to buy.
Yep.
I don't mind, you know, doing stuff as long as I know what the world I'm doing, and getting my money back up there like I needed it, you know, it's pushed me to have to low temperature diamond mine.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not bad at all. So, you know, I'm like, okay, I can learn this.
Yep.
And that way I've got it done. And it's also helping me on my trading. I'm already up to entrepreneur or something like that.
Oh, yeah. LTD mining will will get you elite trading real quick.
Yeah, I think probably 2 more loads and I'll be elite in trading.
Yep, and then you can go rebase, make your base Shinrada Desra where ships are cheap. 10%.
Oh, I'm already elite in Explorer. I'm already.
Oh, okay.
I can go to Jameson Memorial. I just don't like to because every time I go there, I usually get a ship blowed up.
Yeah.
Attention, this carrier has scheduled a hyperspace jump. Please conclude any
When I go to
in this system.
Jameson Memorial, I always go on my cheapest ship I got.
That is a good strategy. Because then you don't care if you get blown up.
Well, it still annoys me, but it doesn't hurt as bad. But I do, since I've been hanging around with you, I've got a lot accomplished. And I was thinking, well, I probably won't get much accomplished, but I got quite a bit. I got my rank for my Corvette, so I can buy my Corvette anytime.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'll have my trade elite going here pretty soon. I've got $700 million in my real account now, so I got a few rebuys and stuff, and it's like, yeah, okay, I'm still gaining, so I'm not losing ground. But the combat, that's the one. It's like about this time next year, maybe I'll be elite.
Yeah, that one's tough. I haven't got there yet.
I think I'm the next category. I'm not for sure, but I think I'm the next category below you. I'm competent.
Hmm.
And you're what? You're
I'm master.
expert? Oh, you're a master?
Yeah, expert's next.
See, yeah, now master, you cannot. Harmless and mostly harmless, you get 0 for. Novelist, you get 0.25 points for. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Attention. Carrier jump sequence is underway. Lockdown begins in 5 minutes.
Oh, I know what an expert. Expert is the next one I got to get to unlock an engineer. That's what it is.
Yep.
That's the reason why I had expert on my brain.
Yep, and I'm heading for that same one. It's the only engineer I don't have unlocked. No, I'm not.
Yeah, because competent, expert, master, and then dangerous.
Nope, other way around. Competent, master, expert. I believe.
That ain't what my paper said. Okay. I'll have to go look that up again.
I may have to go look it up again, too. I could be wrong.
I don't know. Which engineer do you lack?
Laurie Jameson.
Oh, Jamerson? Ooh.
Oh, need to be dangerous. Okay. Dangerous, deadly, or elite.
Okay.
So you're probably right there then.
Okay. And you're close to what? You're what, 75% with way through Masters?
49.
Oh, dang.
I got a ways to go. But I can, I was able to, hanging around at the
Nav beacon?
either nav beacon or hazardous resource I was able to get a a couple percent an hour.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta go to the highest res where the combat bonds are, where you have to pick a side.
Oh, that's the combat zones, the conflict zones.
Yeah.
That's a pain in the behind, but you can do it quickly if you're careful and choose your opponents wisely.
From the videos I've been watching, they said, the first thing is jump in and then make sure that you're far enough away that nobody really recognizes you or sees you. Kind of look it over, see who's there, see what sides, and then pick a side, and then ease in, pick off one, back up out of there, let them forget about you.
Yeah, that's the way you used to. You used to be able to do it that way.
Oh.
More recently, you haven't been able to even see the sides until you choose one.
Well, that's not fair.
Yeah, it's not bad though either, because you just jump in, you pick off, you take a look, you find a couple of big ships that are being pounded on. You swing in on them, you help eradicate them. Get the big combat bond for them.
Yeah.
Repeat just a couple of times and you're done. Don't even bother finishing the battle, just go away. If you're not really interested in it, just go away.
Well, that's another thing. I got to find some place where I don't want to ruin my reputation with either the Empire or the Federation. So I'm gonna have to find an independent or an alliance.
Well, go to like an Empire system or one of the systems dedicated to one of the superpowers, and find them one with a conflict where they're fighting a neutral party.
Yeah.
And then just side with the superpower.
Okay. Yeah, because I'd hate to have to ruin my reputation with them after I worked my butt off with carrier missions to get an effort.
Well, you don't ruin it that much so long as you don't do it too often. Knock it down a few points, so really, whatever, you can gain that back in a couple hours. You're only doing it for a couple $100,000 in bonds, so you can get that in one battle. You'll lose, 2 or 3 points a rep. Just go do a couple missions, you gain that rep back quick enough.
Okay.
You don't want to be, dedicated, go pound on it and, drive your rep down, 20, 30 points. I mean, no. You do it just enough to get your combat bonds and then go away.
Well, knock on wood, like when I dropped into the mining sites for the LTDs, one time no pirates showed up. One time 3 pirates showed up, but then they scanned me to see I didn't have nothing, and they went on. And the next time I dropped in there was 2 federal security ships in there. So I thought, well, I ought to be okay now. So I went ahead and started mining.
Hyperspace travel is imminent. Please maintain safe distance from the carrier.
Hopefully the prices will go up tomorrow since they're letting all these carriers be for $1 million. Everybody will be mining Tritium, hopefully.
Or probably buying it. Buying it's a whole lot faster.
Attention, all carrier crew. Frameshift drive engaged. Attention. Counting down to jump. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Gotta love the sound.
Oh yeah. Alrighty. Nope, not a great system. Okay.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity. Cargo hold at maximum capacity. Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Two minutes. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
So just over. Can't quite get there in 2 jumps, so it's going to be 3. But we'll be within 50 light years, so that's 1 jump for the carrier, or for the Anaconda.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Yep. And so that's 3 jumps, so I'm not going to be refueling at this point. After this point, anyway. Actually, galaxy map. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
they're not, but there we go. There we go. YouTube was stuck on your galaxy map. It's all right now.
Well, it'll be back there in a second. Okay. So, 16 jumps from here for the Anaconda.
That ain't bad at all.
Oh, no, I got almost a 76 light-year range on it.
Yeah, I'm not even going to see what it would take for the cutter to forget it.
Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
I do find it strange, as many people has jumped out this way, that this carrier has been in a system that has not been explored by anybody, unless Beta is...
Beta doesn't have a lot of the exploration data.
Okay.
So we may or may not get firsts on some of these.
Okay.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Okie dokie. System map. Oh. Given the price, that's probably all that's here. 3 stars.
True.
Oops, stars right above, or at least one of them. One there. Don't know where the others are, but there's one there. And interesting coloration this time. It's almost black from this angle.
Yeah, I saw that.
"11 minutes to jump." Does severely cut down on the speed having to wait.
Yeah, it's probably 7 minutes or 10 minutes, but it's better than an hour.
Better than an hour.
Could you imagine trying to get out here an hour? I mean, you'd have been bored to death. Although, you could have scanned every system you went in.
You could have scanned every system you went in. Basically, you'd be doing 2 jumps a night. One, like whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't get nowhere fast.
If it was an hour, I probably would have not bought. Actually, probably after testing in the beta and seeing what it was like, I probably would have decided not to buy the carrier.
Attention, this carrier has scheduled a hyperspace jump. Please conclude any remaining business in this system prior to departure. Carrier jump successful. Telemetry checks in progress.
And I'm sure I wasn't going to be the only one not buying it due to that. The beta testing would have just proven that no, it's not viable. be on the lookout for.
Thought after the track record from Elite Dangerous, they wouldn't put the maintenance up there so high or the cooldown time so long. But oh well, maybe they figured that nobody'd crap about it because it was a fleet carrier and everybody'd enjoy it.
Yeah, well, it certainly, with the huge maintenance, it just wasn't going to be viable.
Wasn't it also? Let's see, it was an hour, but wasn't the other thing up to? It wasn't just 5 minutes, was it?
No. I think it was total of an hour. It was total of an hour between jumps. It was like a, half an hour or 15 minutes and 45 or something like that. It was ridiculous.
Okay, yeah. And then the price of maintenance
Made it impossible.
Out here, yeah. You'd have to charge like 50% on exploration day.
Well, no, you couldn't even sell exploration data.
Well, yeah, that's true. You couldn't even sell it back then. Yeah.
So I mean, it was like, okay, this carrier has no use for me. But now, now with the better, jump dynamics and the better, maintenance. Okay, I can do this.
Oh yeah, and the fuel. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the fuel, we wouldn't have had enough to get out to, well, actually, we would have had enough to get close to the halfway point here, but not quite enough. But we would have never figured that out because we never would have gotten far enough to figure it out.
Oh, and they didn't have dry docking, and you were going to lose your $5 billion if you decided not to participate anymore.
Yep.
Okay, Cap. Good night. Sweet dreams. See you tomorrow night.
Good night, Cap. Now I need to get my mouse over there.
Ooh, you had 5 people watching, and you had 4 likes. Woohoo, you're getting there.
That's a good one tonight. I'm not showing any likes on my screen.
Oh, okay. Well, on mine it shows 4.
Oh, well, that's nice. Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? What? Oh, there it is.
Where's the other two characters that is on here? What was it, Josh or Joski?
The Josky,
Jason? No.
no, A4, oh geez, there've been quite a few that have stopped in. One guy in, I don't know if it's Russian or Polish characters, whose name I have no idea.
There was another guy that was Jace guy? No. He was helping you, mine the first? No, he was helping you with ceramic composites or something there the first time around.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, geez, I'd have to go look back.
Attention. Carrier has entered pre-flight lockdown. All services have been suspended.
I am so horrible with remembering people's names.
Well, I can remember them. I may not pronounce them right, but...
Well, I got that problem as well. Then there was, I think, someone, Nathan something. Jeez. There's been quite a few. That was the other thing tonight. I didn't have to censor any of the comments on the people trying to advertise stuff. Porn sites trying to advertise their presence. Like, oh.
You're kidding, right?
No, I'm not.
Attention all ships.
Lord.
Hyperspace travel is imminent. Please maintain a safe distance from the carrier.
Yeah, luckily YouTube holds those for review, but, you know, some days I've got, you know, I think there was one day I had 5 that I had to review. Usually it's 1 or 2 a day that I got to deal with.
Attention all carrier crew. Right ship drive engaged.
Then there was one day I got ticked off enough that I put in the comment, please, you know, if you're trying to advertise something, I'm going to, you know, mute your comments and ban you.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't... I mean, I've enjoyed your videos and learned a lot and, you know, tried to follow you along and do what you did. And there for a while, it was like, I'm not that good enough. And then when I finally did it, I thought, well, this ain't as bad as what I thought. But, so I've really enjoyed yours. I watched Exigius, but he kind of goes from like A to F, but he forgets C and D in there, and then you're kind of lost when you get to that that part of what you were supposed to do.
Right. And since I'm live streaming, you get to follow along and see exactly how I do it.
Right, and he cuts, you know, they splice their videos together to make it more smooth and not so boring. I mean, I think his videos are only like 10 or 15 minutes long, and you may miss out on a lot.
Yeah. And so you don't see exactly what it takes to do it. I mean, you get this overview. It's like, okay, here's kind of how you do it, and then you have to go there and actually figure it out. And while you're figuring out, you're like, man, this takes forever.
Right. You know, not to get, I mean, he has some good content, but, you know, I think I watched one of his Guardian, you know, getting blueprints and stuff.
Yeah.
Got my little SRV blowed out from under me twice before I finally went and found somebody else's video and watched how they did it. And then when I went back, it was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, then it's like, okay, I can do this. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Oops, that's not where I wanted to go.
That's not a bad system.
Oh, that's the system we're going to in the end. Oh, this one here? Yeah.
Don't know what's out there, but long ways between us and the main star.
Yeah, well, it wasn't that much money, so... Getting hard to select the exact star I want here. Alright, just too far. Okay. Oh, don't bother with the tritium. What am I thinking? I got plenty to get. I got more than 2 jumps in there. That's fine. Actually, let me fill it up. What the heck?
Oh, that where we're going? 529 light years?
Yep.
97? All right.
That's Explorer's Anchorage.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity. Cargo hold at maximum capacity. Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
All right. $30 seconds. Okay. System map. Yeah, there's a few planets in between us. But based on the price, they're probably all ice balls. Good enough. All right.
So you're going to put you within about a 50 light year jump for your Anaconda?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah.
Stume GGYC 2009. And then the next jump, I missed. That ain't where I want to be.
I'm sure glad that you're the navigation person.
Okay. FGY. D7561. Explorers Anchorage. Okay. So basically that's 53 jumps. Actually, let me edit that one in here too. Oh, did I already set that? Huh. I have it set as something. Oh, carrier waypoint near Sagittarius A. Okay, that's what I set it as. All right. Cool. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Eight jumps from here.
In your Anaconda?
In my Anaconda.
Okay.
I could get there before you get to the next system. In fact, I think I'll do that to save some time.
Are you gonna? Okay, okay.
I will see you there.
I'm just gonna ride along.
Ship departure confirmed.
Retract landing gear.
Yeah, I'm pretty easy space cadet. You got bringing along with you. You know, not much bothers me. I'll go along with anything as long as it don't get me blowed up.
Yep.
Telemetry check in progress.
Yeah,
Engage.
you might want to scan them systems you pop into, just in case Anchorage don't have no tritium.
Yeah. Well, no, then it'll take too long. So I'm just gonna honk and go.
Okay. That's good.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Engage.
Frame shift.
Charging FTL.
Don't even care what's here, because it's in the beta.
3, 2, fuel scooping. System scan complete.
3 stars.
Fuel scooping complete.
Engage.
Frame shift.
Preparing for war.
Charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. 'Fuel scooping complete.
Engage.
Frame shift.
Preparing for jump.
Charging. Four, three, two,
Now I get to see how many carriers there are there.
Hopefully there's enough room for us to park.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about that.
fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Engage.
Frame shift.
Spooling FTL engines and preparing for jump.
Four, three, two,
Engage.
Frame shift.
Charging FTL.
Four, three, two,
You're gonna be out there at Anchorage, explore Anchorage, while I'm still waiting for a cool down.
fuel scooping.
One or two more jumps, I think.
Fuel scooping complete.
I forget, did I do that or not? Doesn't matter. Engage.
Frame shift.
Preparing for jump.
Charging.
GGY C-185. Not quite.
Four, three, two,
It would be funny if it took me right through the same system, but I don't think it will. Ooh. There's multiple stars in this one.
fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Engage.
Frame shift.
Spooling FTL engines and preparing for jump.
Four, three, two,
Whoa, hello.
fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Hey, there's a ship out here.
I'm waiting for your video to catch up with you to say, see what the whoa hello was.
Multiple stars.
Oh, oh crud! Am I gonna survive this or not?
Well, no, when I bring you in here, I'm going to jump it right to Explorer's Anchorage, which is here. I just to confirm that.
Okay.
So now I'm going to quickly scan the system.
Okay.
Waterworld.
Ooh, there's a notable here too. Okay.
Yep.
And it's down
Earth-like.
there by Explorer Anchorage. Okay.
Oh, there's a DSSV Distant Worlds. Okay. Fine. 8 of 11. Oh, that's what is that? Ah, notable star phenomena. Okay.
System scan complete.
All right.
Incoming message.
Ah, you jumped.
Yep.
All right. So it's 10:09. I've got to give it 5 minutes. So about 10:14, 10:15, I should be able to schedule the jump to here. I'm going to go scan that stellar phenomena.
No, you didn't miss much. Only 3,000 in this system.
Yeah, I should get it anyway. Did you get any of mine?
No.
Oh,
If we're not in the same system, we don't get it.
okay. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, be careful of them stellar things, because sometimes they attack you and eat your hull.
Well, I got a space station right here to repair it.
I had one that looked like a little soap bubble, and before I realized what was happening, he took down about 10% of my hull, and it's like, you little fart.
Oh, I haven't run into that type of thing yet.
He looked harmless, you know, it just looked like a little soap bubble.
Right. A little soap bubble filled with acid. And there's no way I can overheat this hull. So I can't burn off a corrosion attack because I just run way too cool. There's nothing I can do to get it even over 30%.
About the only thing you could do is take your shield down and go coast close to the sun, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow, that's dangerous too.
Although the other thing I do have is a repair unit. But that doesn't repair hull.
No, you have to have those wet limpets, don't you?
Yep. Disengage.
Dropping out of FTL.
Lights on.
see nothing. You may have to go into your target. What is it? Nav panel.
Well, stuff will show up. I'm still 4 kilometers away.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, I should be seeing something by now, I think. I'm here. There's nothing here.
Some targets on your radar, but geez.
Oh, there they are. Okay. There they are. It's the spikes.
But all I ever find is the spikes. Except for the little soap bubble.
I've never seen a little soap bubble, so... But it's not going to give me anything for this one. All right. Probably a Lagrange point. Alrighty, so system map. So that's the one. Alright. And I'm gonna go scan the rings on that guy. Oops. Lost connection to Steam. Alrighty, where do I need to go? Carrier management, navigation. There we go.
Be there shortly.
It is properly set. All right, great. These guys are not going to give me anything, so...
Frameshift drive charging. 4.
Guess too many people have scanned it.
1. Engage.
While you're there, are you going to drop in at that station and see if they're selling tritium?
Yep, but first I'm going to go scan the
Oh, the rings?
the rings. Forget what we were mining out of these rings when we were out here. System map. Yeah, the only rings in the system. Okay. Actually, system map. System map. They are icy. Okay, great. Dang, that's a big set of rings. All one ring, too.
Surface scan.
Ooh, lots of hotspots. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, what do we got here? Low temperature diamonds, bromellite, alexandrite, granditerite, void opal, no tritium. That's annoying. Alright.
Yeah, that's okay.
Where'd the space station go? There it is. So if we can't buy it, we're not going to make it all the way out. There's just not enough time to mine it.
Well, that would tell us that we need to really look between the bubble and here for it.
Yep. Gotta look. Gonna have to mine the whole way out. Yeah. A little bit at a time, wherever we find it.
Yep. I was wondering about that.
Well, this is the closest space station to our route, so I deviated, I think, 5 degrees off the straight line to get here. And we're 30,000 light years from here, approximately, to our destination. Which basically means you need a full load of tritium from here. It'll probably be about 65 or 66 jumps. At, it's like 22,000 total, which is actually, we may not make it on it, even filling up. We may be a little short.
Well, we came 30,000 light years.
It all depends.
Well, that's give and take. That's just rounding it up to 500 a jump.
Right. Well, 52 jumps. No, it's we made about 26,000 light years to get here. So, yeah, if we have a full tank, I think we'll make it.
A full tank, and then I know that you, 64, 66, and then I can hold 512.
Right.
So.
So here's to hoping we can buy it here. Oops. Loop of shame! Making plans and not paying attention to what I'm doing. Bad.
Well, I don't know how the other team came. Well, no, they went to Sagittarius, or did they get a Beagle Point?
They went to Sagittarius. They went to here, basically. I mean, Sagittarius A is one jump from here.
Right. So
On any ship.
surely, huh?
You can make one jump in a Sidewinder from here and get to Sagittarius A. It's 2.6 light years.
Well, I'm just saying. But wasn't they going on out to Beagle Point?
I don't remember if they went to Colonia here or if they came here and went to Beagle Point. They might have gone to Beagle Point. But, I mean, they had, a decent team of people with a lot of time.
Well,
I don't have I don't have 20 hours,
oh, I know you don't. But I could put in a few hours.
Yep.
So,
Disengage.
Leaving hyperspace.
And in the real game, when we start out here, yeah, I can put in a lot of hours. For the simple fact is I'm not in the bubble anymore, mining the low temp diamonds or anything. And,
Right. Lights off.
I do come into Elite to get away from the real world politics and crap.
Yeah. Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Nice to see the station we built.
Oh, did you help bring stuff out here to help them build it?
Yep. Distant Worlds 2. That's one of the 2 places we built.
Really cool.
Where are you at? There you are. Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed.
To keep docking bay traffic flowing smoothly, we request that pilots avoid blocking access to landing pods.
No tritium.
Well, that throwed a knot in the tail.
Ah, yeah.
We would like to welcome all pilots to this starport.
Well, now.
Be sure to check station services for any updates and enjoy your stay.
Interesting. Okay.
Please show consideration to fellow visitors, slow down, and maintain a reasonable distance from other ships inside this dock. In order to maintain smooth traffic flow, please follow standard operating procedures and request docking permission
Well, that's interesting.
the starport.
It seems to be stuck.
Incoming message.
Oh, there it is. Carrier jump complete. Ah, okay.
Docking bay access is bi-directional. Please use the designated lanes when entering and exiting the station.
What is with the long delays on stuff?
Access to docking facilities requires flight control authorization. Please submit a request before entering the docking bay.
But no tritium. Well, that's interesting.
Okay, Super Max. Yeah, I'll get out and push. Sure. How are you doing tonight, Super Max? What are you up to, anyways? Is there any systems on the other side of this on the way out that looks...
It's time to start exploring.
yeah.
All right.
Huh?
I said, all right. Oh, you can keep the chocolate extreme. I miss the fact they got rid of the caramel blizzards.
This is a flight.
Retract landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
Your assigned docking pad within the time limit and refrain from obstructing other areas.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
And it hasn't been treating us too bad, but the fact that this station is not selling tritium is a real issue. Disengage.
Exiting hyperspace.
Welcome, Commander. Thank you for visiting this carrier.
Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Docking request accepted. Proceed to your designated path, Commander.
By far. If you strip a conda down, you can get, and you're really confident about your flying skills, you can get a conda to jump 96 light years in a single jump. But boy, you're taking risks doing that. Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
This one I've got
Gear deployed.
currently set. I got just under 76 light years of range on this one right now.
Hello, Tated. Yeah, it's an okay night. Only problem is that Explore Anchorage doesn't have tritium, so now we're going to have to find a planet with icy rings, and the one here doesn't have none.
Yep.
Docking successful. Ship has docked.
So if you guys want to bring your carriers out this way, heads up. There's no tritium here.
A million credits.
For what?
Just my trip here.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, honk and go and scan one set of rings. A million credits. All right. Oh. So time to fill the carrier.
If the ship has a jump range like the Anaconda, or maybe even the I got 55, I believe, on my DBX. Yeah, you can keep ahead of the carrier.
Oh,
I
easily.
mean, you can really well. Me, I'd have to keep working at it, but yeah, I could stay ahead of it.
I could travel at approximately twice the speed of the carrier in this thing, maybe more. If I try. And still make a million every 10 minutes, yeah.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity. Cargo hold at maximum capacity. Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Okay, that's full. All right. Have a good night, Tainted.
Night, Tainted.
Alrighty. Okay, so it looks like our plan right now. Actually, I need to re-equip all of my mining gear.
Oh, yeah, I need to do that too, since we're not going to be able to haul.
Yep.
Do we need, remind me, do we need a refinery for Tritium?
Yep.
Okay.
back re-equipped. And so, actually I need to go over here, don't I? I need to set up my firing groups again. Okay, that group is set up okay. Oops. There we go. My firing groups are all set up again. Yeah, you just have to find a way for people to pay you. Alrighty. So, Lynn, your job, should you choose to accept it, is to jump over to Sagittarius A and go explore it while we're here. And if you like, start running around the systems nearby and see if you can find us some icy rings with hopefully tritium hotspots.
Okay, is there stations over there at Sagittarius A too?
Nope, this is the only station in the area.
Okay. So when I explore, you want me to go kind of sort of in the direction that we're going to go? You don't want me to go back towards the bubble, right?
I don't care. You're not likely to get more than a jump from here. And I've got like 14 jump, or actually I got what do I got, 7,000. So that's 21 jump range. Actually, I've got about a 25 jump range before we actually have to have fuel. So we can almost, but not quite, get there on what we've got. Wait a minute, it's 30,000, that's 60 jumps. Now we can get about halfway. Never mind. So, if you find one nearby, between now and when I come back on tomorrow night, we'll jump right to that system, or right to that planet on that system.
Right.
So I'll go run over to wherever you found it, so that I can schedule the jump properly, and jump right to the planet with the ring, and we'll start mining and see how quickly we can fill the get some fuel into the carrier.
Okay, I can do that.
If you don't find one, well, what I'll probably do is get 1 or 2 jumps from here, and we'll go out and look some more.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I'll see what I can. What I'll do is I'll Sagittarius A was just to say I was there, right?
Basically, yeah. And if you want, you could actually go very slowly to it in Super Cruise until you crash out, and actually go within the edge of the black hole.
Okay, well, yeah, I don't need to do that. It's more important to find tritium. I may do it on the real trip out or something like that, but
Right. Well, I figured, do it. I would do it this time, just so you can see that you can do it safely. Okay, we're in the beta. There's
right. Right.
No permanent damage if you go in too fast and end up taking too much damage. Or if you have trouble jumping out and overheat because your ship isn't efficient enough on heat.
Right.
So, yeah, go in there, drive right into it. I mean, the thing is the size of a pin, and you could literally drive right up to it.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay. I may do that, but I'll probably hunt for the tritium first, and then if I find some, then I'll ease over there. But right now, the main concern, we want to keep going, so.
Well, with mining, we're not going to make it anyway. We've got less than 5 days. So at this point, I'm just looking for, tritium locations for the way out, for when we do it for real. We may not even stop in this. Well, we'll probably stop in this system just to make an easy jump over to Sagittarius A for anyone who hasn't been there before. Go over there, get see the really interesting effects when you go down into the black hole with a ship. It's quite the experience.
Okay.
And if you
I
don't,
may do that.
yeah, if you don't want to risk your ship doing that, well, just go take your ship over to that space station right over there, buy a cheap ship. It's only a couple light years from here. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Let's see, it is precisely 3.66 light years from here. A stock Sidewinder can get there.
Okay.
So if you want, grab a cheap ship, jump over there and go jump into it. Actually, I may do that at the beginning of tomorrow night. Just to do it.
Oh my God, Super Max, you're funny. This is I see a model here, carrier business. You announce the travel path and time run ships between stops. This mission, if you decide to accept it, this message will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Well, he made a comment early. The earlier comment, the two comments are kind of separated by time. The second comment was based on what I told your mission. If you choose to accept it, is to find us, is to go into Sagittarius A and then try and find us some fuel.
Yeah. Let's see, what is that?
Okay.
But I want to make sure that we kind of stay going in the direction out, because I don't want to go backwards. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be non-productive if we have. Well, I guess not. We're coming out past it, so.
The amount of distance we would, if you have to go back 5 light years, it's not going to matter.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so the one we're aiming for. One of these ones out here. I think it's this one. Actually, yeah. Oh, that's the other side of the route. Okay. So this is the system we're aiming for. If you want to aim for that, it's basically 30,000 light years from here, which is 60 jumps. And given it's 973, it actually might be 61 jumps.
So we're going to this C19-0?
C19-0. Yep, that's where we're going. It's a lovely system. We're going to do there's an Earth-like there that I really liked when I went out on Distant Worlds 1. And so we're going to put the carrier orbiting that Earth-like. Yep.
Okay, well that gives me something to point towards, anyways.
Yeah, yeah. If you wanna point it, just moving forward. That's where we're going.
Yeah, and I'll take the economy route, and that way it'll hit every freaking system between here and there.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can't plot 30,000. You can plot 2,000.
Yeah. Well, 2,000 would probably take me all night and half the morning to get there.
Yeah, an economy. Yeah.
But I figured if I got out there and I found some, I'd just wait for you to catch up with me.
Yeah, it'll just tell me what system you're in, and I'll jump the.
Carry it to me. Yeah.
No, well, I'll drive the Anaconda to you. Be there in a couple of jumps, because the Anaconda's got 76 light years of range. Actually, right now it doesn't. Right now it's something less, but galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
So my range right now with the mining gear on it is 72. I don't give up that much.
Don't gloat too much. Don't gloat too much.
Yeah. So I give up about 4 light years of range to, 4.5 or 4.25, something like that, to carry mining gear. And navigation around here is kind of interesting, as you can see.
Yeah.
Now, if you go, I'll show you about navigating in here. I put it in realistic mode for a reason. Because this color star and that color star generally have more stuff on average.
White and the blue.
The yellow and the really white.
Oh yeah.
Okay, for whatever reason, not this orange, but this orange sometimes is pretty good. So, but what coming out when I've been doing the carrier jumps, I've been going to these bright whites and these off yellow, these bright yellows, to try and get systems with more interesting stuff to go through. And I'm pretty sure that it's if you're going to find out gas giants with rings, those are the types of systems you want to be jumping to. So you may want to just hand plot each jump. Say, well, I'll go to this one, and then I'll go to this one, and then I'll go to this one, and then I'll go to this, this one, and this one, and this one, that sort of thing.
Yeah, you're saying the white ones are better.
Yep.
Or sort of better targets. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that then.
If you take these, down here you don't have any red dwarfs, which is good. Red dwarfs never have anything very good on them. Brown dwarfs and the T-Tauris never have anything good at them. My best ones have always been on this kind of yellow or that white. Sometimes the blues are good. So that's why I go on realistic mode for this type of plotting when I want to find stuff. So I know, if I go here, it's 2.13 light years, and I've got a decent chance of there being something more than just a star there.
The way that looks, though, if I put it on economy, since I only get 25, 28 light years, I may hit all of them, except maybe one.
Well, no, it's going to try and optimize the path to here. So you won't get this guy. You might get this guy, maybe, unless it chooses the one next to it. That's why
Do it one at a time.
Yep, pick them one at a time. Just come here and say, okay, I want to go to this one. And then when you get, find out what's there, and if there's nothing there, you say, okay, this one. Because it's kind of in that direction. And then this one. Oops, that's okay. And then, I don't know, maybe one of these three. Or maybe that one over there. I don't know.
Yeah. Just find you some tritium. Just hush up and do it and find some tritium. I got it.
Yeah, distance isn't the problem. It's actually finding a tritium hotspot. I mean, we may end up just having to mine a standard icy ring, but I mean, at this point, I don't think in the amount of time left in the beta that we're actually going to get there.
Not unless we find a triple hotspot and I mined all day long for you.
Pretty much. And even then, not, because tritium is slow mining.
Yeah, that is true. How many limpets you got on this carrier?
It makes them.
Oh, okay, good.
As many as we need.
Okie dokie. Well, I hope to have a good report for you tomorrow.
Yep. And the tough part with me mining with this ship, so now I know I'm going to have to bring the other ship.
The cutter?
The cutter.
Yep.
Because I'm going to have to do efficient mining. And this, I can efficiently mine 64 tons at a time. Well, actually...
What happens? What if...
I can do better than this.
I still have to have a refinery. But if you mine it, I could put on another cargo thingy bobber with another A-type limpet, and I could steal your crap. Let you do the mining, and I'll collect it.
True, we can do that. We can certainly do it that way. You don't need the... Well, you'll need the refinery, but you won't need... Oh, wait, you'll need the refinery and you'll need the drones. So it doesn't save you. The only thing you won't need...
the prospector.
That's true. You won't need the prospector.
I could put another limpet controller on there.
Mm-hmm.
And I could, if we're in a system, I can get rid of my fuel scoop and put another cargo in there. And if I'm real careful, I can get rid of my generator, what is it, the A8, whatever, and put another 256 cargo thing in it.
Right. In fact, I can, at this point, if I store this...
The 8A shield generator, I could get rid of it and put the 256 cargo in there.
Right. Now, they don't have any 7s here. Or anything. They don't have anything above a 6 cargo bay here. But what I can do, I can go pick up 2 more size 6 cargo bays for this ship.
And what? Okay. I'm just trying to figure out what we're going to do with what, because we're not in the bubbles. It's not like we can go buy A-rated stuff.
There's some stuff here. Retract landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
And I know I'm over time here. I should have been in bed an hour ago.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I want to make sure I've got everything ready.
Yeah, well, I'll scout for another hour or 2 hours and see what I can find.
Okay, I'm going to go refit this thing to have another 128 tons of cargo.
Drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I left all my traveling gear. Actually, wait a minute. There's more stuff I could drop off. Whatever. Let me come back to the carrier and replan this again.
How did we figure out to turn the lines off again?
Turn off the routes. Disengage.
Exiting hyperspace.
So turn off all the options on the route planning. So Galaxy map?
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
So if you come over here to your routing tool and you turn off everything in this section. And I know you'll have to wait a little bit to see it on the stream.
Okay. Don't know why I didn't think about turning them off when I found
How did I end up 200 kilometers away? The heck?
Okay.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Disengage.
Leaving hyperspace.
Oh, that's much better.
Welcome, Commander. Follow standard flight protocols around this carrier.
Why am I flying away from the carrier?
Because you were going to
Drive charging.
explore Anchorage to get some stuff.
2, 1. Engage.
Well, no. I turned around, retargeted the carrier. Disengage. Okay, now we're going in a circle again. The hell is going on? Disengage.
Dropping out of FTL.
Super Max, you're funny. Oh my god.
That was really strange.
I found out that if you don't get too far away from the Emerald tablet and then you target it again, you fly. It just slingshots you past it. I found that out last night when I was trying to get back on board.
Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Docking request accepted. You are welcome to approach, Commander.
Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed.
Okay, boss.
Docking complete. Ship is secure. Welcome, Commander.
I'm off to the wild blue yonders, or black yonders.
Good luck.
Thank you. Probably gonna need it.
Yeah. Given we haven't had very good luck finding it so far on the way out.
Right.
Okay.
Makes me wonder if they haven't got it in the beta yet.
Alright, so I'll store that. And that will give me... Oh. That will give me another Class 6 slot. So now I can put 3 Class 6s in here, which will give me 256 cargo. Which means I also now have a much shorter jump range. But that's okay, I'm going to store everything on the carrier. Retract landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
Clear of the landing pad.
Oh wow, it's only 2 megameters away? No wonder I got launched past it so quick. Engage.
Do what?
Preparing for war.
Explorer's Anchorage is only 2 megameters from the ship.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah. Just
It's called creep up to it.
one shot past stuff.
Yeah, that's the problem I had. I just got launched past everything because we're so close. Disengage.
Leaving hyperspace.
Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Well, the elite must be having problems. I'm still in the damn super cruise jump, or the space jump to the last. Oh, finally.
Mm. Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed.
$256 tons. That'll help mining. All right. And actually, I'll just sit here for the night. All right.
Do what?
I will sit here for the night since I'm over time. All righty. So, we've learned no tritium at Explorer's Anchorage. No Tritium hotspot, although there's some other nice hotspots over at the icy rings of the one planet here, but no Tritium. Okay. So we'll do what we can. And thank you very much for your help, Lynn. I really do appreciate it. We'll see how far we can get and how much mining we can do and get us to as far as close as we can to the proposed destination. But I'm out of time for tonight. We will pick this up tomorrow night, 8 p.m. as usual. Have a good night, Commanders.
Well,
And for everyone who's come along
I'll
for
do the best I can, and we'll see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow. For everyone who's come along, as we got, actually, this is one of the best nights we've had for viewership. Most simultaneous viewers. I thank you all for coming along. That's all for now. This is Trice Majestus signing out.